Good morning and welcome to our lesson for this week. Today's lesson will be on lesson 84. We will be using our Pulse 2 textbook and also our model activity workbook. Our main skill for today is reading 3.1. Understand a variety of text by using a range of appropriate reading strategies to construct meaning. Let's start our lesson for today. Turn to page 95 of our Pulse 2 textbook. What we have here is an information leaflet. Leaflet is also known as brochure or in BM, risalah. This is an information leaflet about cyberbullying. Before we start reading out our leaflet, let us dive in more on what is cyberbullying. I will play a video on what's cyberbullying and then try to understand what it is. Later, we will discuss what is cyberbullying.
When we're mean, we might say or do things that hurt others. We might be feeling angry, upset, or jealous. It could happen once, or maybe even twice. Being mean is not okay, but bullying is much worse. Bullying is when someone uses their power repeatedly to hurt or upset someone. It could be hurting them physically or calling them names and saying hurtful things. So then, what's cyberbullying? Cyberbullying's like bullying, but it happens on the internet or on a device like your phone, which can make it kind of different. With cyberbullying, it can feel harder to escape because it can happen anywhere, anytime. Also, it's easier for cyberbullies to hide who they are. Plus, other people online could see what's happening and even gang up on someone. If you see someone being bullied, in person or online, what can you do? Give them support. It helps to show that you care. Be an upstander. Stand up for others and say something to the bully. Report what you see and tell a trusted adult. So, what will you do if you see cyberbullying?
You have watched the video. So, what is cyberbullying? Or in BM, bully cyber. Cyberbullying is the use of electronic communication to bully a person, typically by sending messages of an intimidating or threatening nature, or in BM, pembulian melalui kaedah penggunaan teknologi modern. Nowadays, it is very common for us to see cyberbullying happening. This is because almost everyone is connected to social networking sites, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and much more. The one who commits cyberbullying may not realize or maybe realize that they are bullying others. They might find it as a joke. However, the one in the receiving end of the bullying may feel depressed, emotionally hurt because of the bullying. Look at the picture in page 95. How do you think the boy feels from the picture? We can clearly see that the boy is sad, depressed, or he might feel embarrassed. Why is he feeling like this? He could be a victim. Victim means mangsa, victim of cyberbullying. Now, let us read and listen to the audio. If you want to listen to the audio again, you can rewind the video after this.
Unit 9. Reading. An information leaflet. Exercise 2. Cyberbullying and how to deal with it. Someone is sending you nasty messages or posting rude comments about you on the internet. Should you ignore them or do something about it? Do you need advice about what to do? Read these 5 tips.
1. Don't reply. Bullies love it when they get a reaction, so don't let them know they're causing you stress.
2. Block the horrible messages. The best thing to do is to avoid all electronic communication so the bully can't get through to you. If you really can't live without using your phone or social networking sites, use filters to block the unkind messages. If someone bullies you in a chat room, don't get into an argument with them. You should report the messages to the chat room moderator.
3. Talk to someone. You mustn't try to deal with the problem on your own. Ask for help from your parents, a teacher, or another adult you can trust. Some victims of cyberbullying feel the problem is their fault and they delay getting help. You don't have to put up with the bullying, and the sooner the bully knows this, the better.
4. Save the evidence. If you have been the victim of online bullying, then you've probably got written proof of it. You can save the messages, print them out and show them to someone who'll take action to stop it. It might be your teacher or even the police.
5. Help the victims of cyberbullying. Don't encourage cyberbullies, as this will make the problem worse. You shouldn't be afraid to report the bullies if they continue sending hurtful messages to someone you know.
We have read and listened to the audio. In your opinion, what is the leaflet about? From the text, we know that this leaflet is on advices. It advises on how to deal with cyberbullying. If you are a victim or a friend of cyberbullying victim, there are 5 advices stated in the text. The first advice is, don't reply the bullies. This is because the bullies love when the victims reply their horrible comment. So, it is better to just ignore them. The second advice from the leaflet is, block the horrible messages. It is just the best way to stop receiving messages from the bullies. The third advice is, talk to someone. Seek help from someone you trust, such as your parents, teachers, or another adult. Do not deal the problem alone. The fourth advice from the leaflet is, save the evidence as proof when you want to take action on the bullies. The last advice is, help the victims of cyberbullying. If you notice someone is being bullied, don't leave them alone. Try to give them support. Even better, don't be afraid to report the bullies. Let's move on to exercise 3. Read the leaflet again, then answer the questions. There are 5 questions based on the leaflet. Let's discuss question number 1. What is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is someone sending nasty messages or posting rude comments on the internet. For question 2 until 5, try to answer them by yourself. Answer them in the Google form provided below. Next is exercise 4. Read out the instruction. What are the advantages and disadvantages of online social networking sites? Write 2 more for each heading. For this exercise, you need to give out your opinion on the advantages, kelebihan, and disadvantages, keburukan of social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can refer to the leaflet for your answers. The first advantages and disadvantages has been given for you. You only need to add up 2 more for advantages and disadvantages. Here are some few of the examples for your answers. For advantages, you could write down, you can make new friends as the advantages. Meanwhile, for disadvantages, you could write down, people can misuse your photo. You can write down your answers in the Google form below. Moving on to our last activity, which is our main task. Your main task for this week is your workbook, page 87. Make sure to answer them in your workbook, then submit or send a photo of your completed work to me. There are 5 questions. Make sure to answer all of them. We have reached the end of our video. In today's lesson, we had learned about cyberbullying, its meaning, and also its effects on the victims. We also learned about the advices on how to deal with cyberbullying. You were able to look for the main ideas from the information leaflet. Well done. Last but not least, as a reminder for all of you, the due date for this work is this Thursday, 23rd September. I will use this activity as our PBD reading evaluation, especially for those who are still in Band 3 and below. I hope that every one of you completed your work and your cooperation is much appreciated. Thank you for watching and see you next week.